Hey cousins, it's your cousin Angela. We're back today with another Southern Comfort dish, honey. So today we're in this kitchen and we're going to make us some country style barbecue ribs in the oven. I have my oven set on 350 degrees. We're going to cook these ribs for about 2 hours. And so then once they come out the oven, I'm going to release some of the liquid. We're going to add our barbecue sauce and we're going to cover them back up. And we're going to let them finish cooking for an additional 30 minutes or so. Okay, so come on over to Cousin Angie's house. I hope everybody's doing wonderful. And we're going to get straight to it, okay? Let me bring my cousins on home, baby. I'm sorry, this camera making noise. It's actually the stand, not the camera. All right, so we have us some beautiful country style ribs here with the bone in them. I've already cleaned them, dried them up, got them set out just nicely. I have a bowl, nice clean bowl back here, as well as the pan we're going to bake our country style ribs in. Now listen, I have some avocado oil. You can use yellow mustard as well. And what I'm going to do is rub this on both sides of my meat, and I'm going to apply my seasonings on them, okay? So over here we have 3/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. I have 1 cup of cold water, okay? We have us some garlic powder. We have us some black pepper, onion powder. You know I'm a good onion powder lover, honey. We got us some smoked paprika, and we have us some specialty barbecue rub. That's Cousin Angela's specialty barbecue rub, okay? So listen, I got some clean gloves that's waiting on me on standby. Or, yep, and put my gloves on. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put both of them on. My hands are nice and clean, but I'm going to put on these gloves because we're dealing with some meat over here, and we don't want any cross-contamination. All right. Hope everybody's doing well. If you don't mind, please share this video, share my page, and I appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for supporting me. I hope that you enjoy and love my videos. And if you make any of my videos, please come back and leave me a message and share me a picture or two. If you don't want to share the pic, leave me a message and let me know what you think of it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by adding some of this avocado oil. Now, you can get whatever's on sale when it comes to your avocado oil. And I don't know why I'm pouring this with my left hand, because you all know I'm right-handed. Okay, I'm just going to pour it in my hand and rub it on there. That's better. It works better for me. These are some beautiful cut country style ribs. Now, I like it with the bone in and the bone out, so it really doesn't matter too well. And this additional fat right here on this one, I'm going to cut this off so we won't have all that extra fat. I should have done that as soon as I finished cleaning the meat. Once I done that, I should have did that then. So, just going to apply our oil to our meat. Uh-oh. I'm going to make sure they're thoroughly coated. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're basically just going to coat the meat in the oil. And like I said, if you don't want to use oil, you can use yellow mustard. That's fine. If you have Dijon mustard, that's great too. Okay. Now the meat, when you put it in the oven, makes its own liquid. But for me, I just don't like my meat too dry. I like to just make sure my seasonings are staying intact and my meat is nice and juicy. Okay. All right, now, and we have this piece right here. Like I said, I'm going to pull this on apart. And pull this on off here. I'm going to put this in the garbage compactor. But yet, instead of the garbage compactor, I'm actually going to just throw it in the trash. I'm going to take my scissors, kitchen scissors, and cut this fat out that we don't need. So yeah, I'm going to throw that other part in the trash. Get all this fat off here. There we go. So now, all right. So now I'm going to have to wash my bottle because now I'm cross-contaminated. Anything you touch, be sure to use some Dawn Platinum 4X and wash your bottles with hot soapy water. That Dawn Platinum 4X, it works wonderful. Trust me, that's the only thing I use. Always want to make sure everything that you touch is nicely clean before you put it back in your counters or your cabinets or wherever you store your seasonings. Okay. All right. Now see, we have a lot of marble and fat on this side too. But it's going to render down and give us that great flavor that we need in the meat. All right. And then we just got this one. We got that one nicely done. All right. So I'm going to take this one off and got to put us in. Forgot to put my bag here. I'm always telling you guys about the bag. So let me just do this here. I'm going to put this right here because you know I'm right-handed. So let's just move our vinegar, our clean utensils. And what we're going to do is just sprinkle some barbecue seasonings on here, just like that. Country style ribs can be paired with any vegetable, garden salad, or mashed potatoes, or potato salad, macaroni salad. It can be paired with anything. Let me make sure I have some over here. And make sure it's seasoning just well. Probably gonna have to get some more of my specialty barbecue rub here. I love my barbecue rub. It smells so good. All right. So then next, I'm going to take this off, and I'm just going to have to wash my hands. Let me get a clean bag, cousins. Remember I told you when you go to the store to ask them to give you some bags so you can throw your trash away. And then once you finish cooking, you can throw your stuff out. All right, so here we go. Cool. Now we freehand. All right. So next we're going to open up us a little smoked paprika. I don't want to use too much. Oh, I put too much right there. Did not mean that one. So then we're going to have us some onion powder. Not onion salt. I don't use all that. You're using this smoked barbecue, my own barbecue rub with the smokiness in it. It has the perfect amount of seasonings in it that you don't even need any salt. All right, then we're going to have us some black pepper. I don't use no salt. My husband has health problems. We both suffer with high blood pressure, and the only thing you'll see me using is if I using sea salt, you know, it's sparingly. You know, I don't go all out like most people put a lot of salt on their food. If you see me using seasonal salt, it's just sparingly. I don't. One thing I can't stand is biting into food and can taste salt. It makes me very sick. You have to season your food, but you don't have to go too crazy with the salt. And I love using garlic powder. So this is what I'm using right now. I forgot to show you all. That's garlic powder. Okay. So next, we're just going to take our meat. Just pat it in. See? That oil gets it right on in there. Just sticks perfectly to your meat. Just mash your seasonings in there just like that. Just pat your meat down, pat your seasonings down just like that. Alright. And so what we got to do is repeat this process with the seasonings. Nice and oiled on the other side. Seasoning smell just right. Alright. Alright, so then what I'm going to do here is take a little bit more of these seasonings. Alright, I'm just going to finish these up here. And when I'm done seasoning these, I will come back and I'll come back to you all once these are all seasonings on this one here. I'll be back shortly. Alright, cousins, so I've finished seasoning the other side of the meat off camera, cleaned up my area. So next I've gone and got me some McCormick meat tenderizer. This is a staple in our family. And it all started by my grandmother and my mother always use it, is what I'm saying. So it's tradition in our family that this is what we use. And I don't use this all the time on my meats, to be real with you. You hardly ever see me use them. So now that we've got the rest of our meat seasoned on the opposite side, clean my hands, clean my area up a little bit, this is where the next step comes in. I've got my bowl, all right? And I didn't need this because I was going to use this for the seasoning, but I didn't need it. In this nice clean bowl, what we're going to do is we're going to take our meat and we're going to place our meat in this bowl for about 30 minutes. Now, if you can't wait 30 minutes, it's okay, cousins. Just give yourself about 15 to 20 minutes. If you can't do 20 minutes, just 15. But it's okay. You just want to try to get them seasoned and tenderized before they go in the oven, because this part, what we're going to do, is going to make a tremendous difference in your oven with this meat, okay? It's going to make these ribs nice and tender, have a nice flavor to them. And honey, you're going to have you a beautiful dinner. You ain't got to hear from me. I ain't the one to gossip. I'm just bringing you the news, okay, sugar? Look how the meat is nicely seasoned, honey. Yes. Oh, they smell so good. Knowing we haven't even got to the good part, child, because they haven't even been cooked. All right? So listen, we're going to take all this goodness as much as we can, if we can, and try to get some of this goodness off here, because, you know, Cousin Angie ain't trying to throw her money away, so it don't look like we're going to be able to get no goodness off. I don't know. No, cousins, we ain't going to be able to get no goodness off, so we're going to have to throw the paper on in the trash. Lord have mercy. We ain't going to be able to get the goodness off, sugar. Get this pan ready for the dishwasher. So let me set that in the sink. All right, cool beans. So next, I got to get my seasonings off. I'm sorry. Got to get my seasonings, child. All right, listen. So here's what we have. Now I know why I wanted my daggone, what do we call it? Okay, my whisk. So in here we have 3/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. So what we're going to do is going to pour it all in here, honey. Pour it all in here. Okay. Then we're going to take our water. We're going to pour it in here too. All right. So then what we're going to do is we just want to try to get our meat all the way in there. All right. Just let it be all the way in there. Just kind of press it down a little bit, much as you can. And if you need some more, you don't want to do it too much. You don't want to add too much water or vinegar. Just, there you go. Just down there just like that. And just let it marinate in here, honey. And let it soak and get all down in there and come nice and tender. Now, a good rule of thumb is if you can leave it in there overnight, you don't want to do that, because then your meat is going to be too tender and it's going to all fall apart. So the rule of thumb is you only want to let this sit in your refrigerator for a minimum of 30 minutes. All right? No more than 30 minutes. If you can't wait 30 minutes, give yourself some time for about 15 to 20 minutes, okay? All right, so next we're going to get our foil. You know I'm the Reynolds wrap girl. Love me some Reynolds wrap foil. So we're going to take it, and we're going to cover it with us a piece of Reynolds wrap nonstick foil. And we're going to put this in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. If you can't wait 30 minutes, it's okay. Just wait about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we'll get to the good part. Be back. Okay, cousins, so it's time for us to go to the next step with our ribs. So I have my baking pan ready. Let me move this over here. I have my aluminum foil, Reynolds wrap, non-stick, heavy duty. All right. I've got me a nice thick baking pan aligned with some aluminum foil. Listen, if you've got you some racks from another pan, put them in here, sugar. That's what you want to do. All right, so we're going to take this foil off. All right, so now what we want to do is take our ribs and we're going to put them onto our pan. And they smell so darn good. All right, and these are the bone-in country style ribs, cousins. God, they smell so good. And it's okay if you get some of that juice down in there, because we're actually going to put the juice in there. We're actually going to put the juice in there. These ribs are going to be so juicy and tender. See, the seasoning is still attached to the ribs. That's what you want. All right. Now, I'm just going to move these up just a little bit, because they got a bone in them, so they're cool. We're just going to make room to lay this one across the long way. We have a big one here. Alright, we're going to do it just like so. Just like that. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Listen, baby, we're going to make it do what it do. This is the bigger one, so we're going to push her up like that. That there. I forgot one other thing. Be right back. Okay, cousins, so the next thing I want to do is I have a measured 1 cup here, measuring cup. And so what I want to do is just mix around this honey bun. And we want to get us a cup of this liquid. And we're just simply going to pour it right down into the bottom of our pan, just like that, honey. Just like that, all right? So now I'm going to take this and get it ready for the dishwasher. In the meantime, we don't need these anymore. In the meantime, I'm going to add just a little bit more black pepper on here. Just a dash. Okay, don't want too much, just a dash. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And a little bit more onion powder. You all know how Cousin Angie is about that daggone onion powder and garlic powder. But you don't want to go crazy when you're using garlic powder or fresh garlic cloves. You know, you don't want it to oversaturate your food, honey. And, you know, you have a garlicky flavor. You just want to sparingly use it. But, honey, when it comes to the onion powder, child, Cousin Angie just going to go ahead and tell you. It's what it is with me. All right, next step is my oven is set on 350. I'm going to let these cook for 2.5 hours. And then after 2.5 hours, I'm going to remove my foil. I'm going to release the liquid, drain it out. And then I'm going to add my barbecue sauce, and then I'll let it go back in the oven for like 20 minutes. Make sure you put your foil on nice and tight. And I'll see you all in 2.5 hours. And remember, set your oven on 350. See you soon. All right, cousins. So our ribs are done. They're nice and tender, out of the oven, smoky hot. Let me give me a little bit more light here. Okay, cool. So they're done. They're out of the oven. They're smoking hot. Now listen, I picked up an old-time favorite of mine. Please be sure to find this in your local grocery store if you can find it. This is some darn good barbecue sauce. I ain't gonna even lie to you. This is one of my favorites. Listen, honey, my youngest daughter, well, she's not young, but she's 16. And her name is Shayla. Honey, she just fell in love with this barbecue sauce. This is one of my favorites. And she's like, no, Mom, that's mine too. So my husband goes to the store and pick me up some barbecue sauce. And as soon as he comes in from the grocery store, him and I with his daughter, Kiara, the youngest one, Shayla, the 16-year-old, she gonna sit here to me, oh, Dad, you got me some barbecue sauce. I said, no, we don't have a contract on the barbecue sauce. And he just starts laughing because she loves this too. This is some darn good stuff. And if you ever eat at one of their restaurants, you'll see why I love it. If you're able to go to a Famous Dave's restaurant and eat their ribs, come back and let me know how you like it. Okay, so listen, I'm going to use their sauce tonight, the Famous Dave's Sweet and Zesty barbecue sauce. And what we're going to do is just pour some over here. And I still have my oven set on 350. And I'm not going to add the foil back on it. I'm just going to put the sauce on it, put it back in there just to let this, glaze up the ribs, get nice and thick on my ribs. Child, these going to be some good old ribs. Cousin Angie loves her some barbecue ribs. And remember, these are the Country Stlye Ribs bone in. Cooked them for exactly 2 hours and 30 minutes. And honey, let me tell you, they have the house smelling daggone good. Lord. All right, right, so we're just going to complete the sauce on all the ribs. And as soon as I'm finished putting the sauce all over the ribs, I'll come back to you and show you right before we put them in the oven, okay? All right, cousins, so I've completed putting all the barbecue sauce on the boneless ribs. I mean the country style bone-in ribs. So I'm going to put these back in the oven for about 20 minutes. Let the glaze get nice and thick and sticky to the ribs, okay? I'll see you soon. All right, cousins, so our country style ribs are done and fresh out of the oven. Just want you all to take a look at that. Get a good picture of that. All right. Please give me a thumbs up on this video and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this video. And if you make these country style ribs with the bone in, please come back and leave me a message. I love to hear from you and let me know what you think about this recipe. Please be sure to share my page, share this video. And as always, let Cousin Angie bring y'all on up. Oh, honey, went too far back. Sorry. As always, thumbs up, leave me a message, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about this video. And love on one another till I see you the next time. I'll be back soon, cousins. Love you. Bye.